Hey guys, it's Ryan back here again, and today I'm reviewing Star Wars The Vintage Collection, and this is Ponda Baba, or better known as Walrus Man. So this figure is from Wave 9 in the Vintage Collection, which is currently showing up at Target and Toys R Us stores, but it has not shown up at Walmart yet, and the retail price on this figure is $8.99. So let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see, we do have the original Star Wars logo, as well as Luke and Leia up on the top right there. We have a rendered picture of Ponda Baba from the A New Hope. And we also have the limited edition Boba Fett prototype armor sticker right there, and we have the original Kenner logo. On the back of the packaging, we have the other figures from Wave 9, including the Rebel Soldier and Bastila Shan, and we also have some of the upcoming figures from Vintage Collection Wave 10, which is Ayla Secura, Nominor, and the 501st Clone Trooper. And we have the original Walrus Man right there, and that was back in 1978 through 1979. And it says celebrate the legendary Star Wars saga that changed the universe forever. This collection brings to life the incredible story of good versus evil that captured our imagination and took us to a galaxy far, far away. Iconic Star Wars heroes and villains are captured with incredible detail and premium features to commemorate each epic tale of the Star Wars saga. May the Force be with you. And he is Vintage Collection number 70. Let's take a look at this figure and all of his accessories. And surprisingly, he actually comes with quite a bit of accessories, which is a plus. So he does come with his unique blaster pistol right there, which has its scope up on the top. A lot of nice detailing on this blaster pistol, and it is molded in a kind of like a black-gray plastic. So it does come with that. And he also comes with a cantina glass, which has some white paint detailing on the bottom there. And it is molded in a clear plastic, so it actually gives it the real look of glass. And surprisingly, this figure can actually hold on to it pretty well. A lot of the cantina figures that Hasbro produces, they can't really hold on to the cup that well, but this one can actually hold on to it pretty decently, which is pretty cool. So you get those two accessories right there. And Hasbro actually included two other accessories which I wasn't really expecting at all, and I'm sure a lot of other collectors weren't expecting this at all either. And they decided to include an extra arm and hand for this figure. So if you remember back in A New Hope, Ponda Baba actually got his hand or his arm cut off by Obi-Wan Kenobi, so Hasbro decided to include an extra arm where you can actually pop it in half and actually give it the feature that his arm has been cut off. So they even painted where the part where it gets cut off with some blood, which just adds a lot of nice detailing onto it, and it just gives it a really cool little look right there. And I'm actually quite surprised Hasbro decided to do this, and I'm sure a lot of fans and collectors will be happy about this. But this arm does have some articulation. There is a swivel joint at the wrist, a swivel joint at the elbow where the arm gets cut off, and there is a ball hinge joint at the shoulder. And basically all you have to do to attach it to the figure is you just basically pop out the arm that's already on there, which is a little bit tough, and then you just pop the arm right back in. So it's pretty cool how they actually decided to include this accessory, and it's actually quite unique. I haven't seen them done this in the past, so it's a pretty cool little thing, and I hope they actually do stuff like this in the future. So let me pop that right back out. I'll pop the original arm back in, and if I can get it back in, there we go. So you got the extra arm as well as the extra hand to match that arm, so it's pretty cool. So that is all the accessories that's included with this figure. You do get a holster down here which is attached to the belt, and it has it's actually made out of a rubberish type plastic, so you can easily be moving it around depending on how you want the legs and whatnot. We do have some silver paint detailing for the strap right there. His belt does have a little bit of gold and silver paint detailing as well, and his undershirt is kind of like a tan type beige color, which just looks really cool actually. And he does have his iconic orange jacket, which has pouches, pockets, and all sorts of stuff sculpted into it. Got the lines up here on the top of the shoulders and up on the lower portions of the arms, which just look really nice. On the back of the jacket, nothing really too special. There's a look at the entire back of the figure there. The head sculpt is actually really nice. You got the white for his cheeks. You can also see his eyes nicely outlined with the black paint. Just a lot of good fine detailing on this head sculpt here, which just looks really fantastic. Then you got his legs, which got the pants sculpted nice and nicely actually. You can actually see the creases and everything, which just make it look really realistic. And you do have his boots, which are painted in a black paint, which just look really nice as well. So that's pretty much does it for paint and detailing on this figure. Articulation is a ball jointed head, ball hinge shoulders, ball hinge elbows, swivel wrists, swivel waist, swivel hips, ball hinge knees, and ball hinge ankles. So it's definitely a super articulated figure. So I'm actually quite surprised how this figure turned out. Hasbro did a lot of nice detailing onto him and a lot of nice paint detailing, and you get an extremely large amount of accessories, which is a good thing. And on top of that, they decide to include a lot of articulation, which is just great. So this is definitely the ultimate version of Ponda Baba, and in my opinion, they probably won't make any more of these in the future because this is definitely the most superior one that they've made so far, and it's definitely one of the best that they will make. So anyways, that's pretty much it for this review. Would I recommend you pick up this figure? I would definitely recommend you pick up this guy anyways. Even if you have an older version of Ponda Baba, this one beats all of them. It is a really good figure, and it's definitely one of the best out of the vintage collection so far. So anyways, that's pretty much it for this review. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next video.